Hey everybody, it's me, Rick Acosta, the Dodger Card Collector, coming to you with another video. It's Thursday afternoon and I just came home from the Long Beach Card, or should I say Long Beach Coin and Card Expo, which takes place 3 times a year out here in California. The show's predominantly a coin show at the Long Beach Convention Center. I would say 2/3 of it is coins, and then in the very back is an area for cards. And it's actually a pretty good show, to be perfectly honest with you. I would say there are 6 or 7 really good vintage vendors, and PSAs there, memory lanes there. Sometimes you get some Lakers showing up for autographs. The last session they had, I think James Worthy and Michael Cooper, or possibly Byron Scott, were there. But it wasn't a bad show. And if you go there on Thursdays, Bob from the Ninth Inning, he's based out of St. Paul, Minnesota. He taught me to go on Thursdays, because on Thursdays it's pretty quiet there. And I was surprised when I got there, it was pretty quiet. A lot of nice cards to look at. And I'm going to show you an example or some video that I happen to take today. But one of the good things that happened, besides the good vendors, I didn't buy much. I only bought 1 card, and I'll show that to you. I happened to get some free goodies today out of PSA, and that, for me at least, is a rarity, as I happened to stumble upon their table by complete accident. They had 2 really nice young reps there who wanted to talk to me about the PSA set registry, and I talked to them how I used it all the time. And then all of a sudden we started talking, and here, I'll show you some of the things they gave me. Actually, this is from PSA, but when you attend the Long Beach show, everybody in attendance gets the latest issue of, what is it? I just call it PSA magazine. Some of you guys might go, it's got some good articles. I like to check it out, and it's free compared to, I think this costs like $10. So I was able to pick this up, and I'll take a read of it tonight. When I went to the PSA table, as I mentioned, I started talking to the guys there, and they gave me a couple of card holders, and I thought, oh, that's cool, because you see my system here, it's just not very up to date with the latest stuff. So I got some card holders from PSA, and while talking about the registry, I happened to talk to them that I had just picked up one of the books they had produced or released about the 1914, 1915 Cracker Jack set. And all of a sudden the guy goes, well, we have the new Diamondbacks collection book right here. And I go, oh, I've been meaning to buy that. And all of a sudden he goes, oh no, here, take it. It's yours. And I go, you're kidding. And he goes, no, just go ahead. We brought a bunch with us. So, I thought, why not? This is a great, nice coffee table book, something to read at in my leisure. And I thought, I like picking up free stuff. I rarely do. So it's nice to get that book. Thanks to Jordan over at PSA for helping me out. All right, so I'm going to flip over the camera and show you some cards I picked up. One from the card show, and some of my pickups from the past week for my 1957 set, along with my 1935 Goudey Dodger team set. So let's flip things around. All right, let's start this off. I'm going to do one pickup that I actually did. One of the things that you might run into down the road, or it's probably already happened to you, is my net right now isn't very big. So when I go to these card shows, you see a lot of wonderful cards. You see a lot of Mickey Mantles, a lot of Bob Gibsons, a lot of Sandy Koufax cards. And right now, that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm focused on like trying to find 20 or 30 cards. So I come home empty-handed from a lot of card shows. But I did pick up this one card in 1961 Topps Cliff Cook. I actually picked this up for my buddy Eric. He is working on a 1961 set. When we grew up together, and he had about 3/4 of the set, and like most of us, by the time high school and college showed up, he had gotten rid of all the cards. And in the past year or two, he started up again building that set. I think he's down to like less than 30. And I sent him a text saying, send me a list of what you're looking for. And I was able to find one card, and that was Cliff Cook. He played 4 years with the Reds, parts of 4 seasons from 1959 to 1962, and played the remaining 2 years with the Mets in 1962 and 1963. His probably one claim to fame was he was traded to the Mets for Don Zimmer. That's a familiar name. He played a total of 163 games. He struck out 136 times, so not much of a career there. But it's a nice pickup for Cliff Cook. This card only cost me $4, and I'm not used to picking up cards for $4. So it was kind of fun to do that. The 1961 set's pretty cool too. I'm looking forward to seeing him finish it. All right, I happened to pick up 2 cards in the past couple of weeks, and this helped me complete my 1935 Goudey Dodger team set. So my first card that I'm showing you features players from various teams like the A's or the Athletics and the Senators. And then on the lower right, you see Dazzy Vance of the Dodgers. By this point, Vance was at the end of his career. He had already won 187 games for Brooklyn. He was traded from the Dodgers in the 1933 season to the Cardinals, where he won 6 games. Before the 34 season, though, the Cardinals released him, and he was picked up by the Reds. He appeared in 6 games for the Reds. He went 0-2, and they released him in midseason. The Cardinals actually re-signed him in June of 1934. And he did appear in 19 games for them, and he went 1-1. And he was able to pitch in his first World Series ever. He pitched a little bit more than an inning, had a no decision, but that year, 1934, Dazzy Vance earned his 1 World Championship. After that, the Cardinals released him again. He re-signed with the Dodgers in 1935. The reason he has this card on the Dodgers, where he went 3-2. So there is Dazzy Vance. What's the back? I could tell it's going to be Al Simmons, something of Al Simmons. There's a puzzle here. I'd like to put that together one day, but I'm not going to buy all the 35 cards. I did see today at the Long Beach show a 1935 Goudey of Babe Ruth, similar looking to this card with the 4-in-1 players. It was a PSA 1.5. He was asking $3,500 for it. So hopefully he sells that. All right, my next 1935 card are the 2 guys on the bottom, Binge and Tom Zachary. This card has a nice crease going over the 2 Giants players. Binge, what can I tell you about him? He pitched 3 seasons with the Dodgers, 34 through 36. His best season was 1934, where he went 14-12. He did finish his career with 101 wins. Tom Zachary, he had a good career actually, winning 186 games, but he did lose 191 games. He only pitched parts of 3 seasons with the Dodgers, winning 12 games over those 3 seasons. But he did, in his previous life, before the Dodgers, he did win 2 World Championships with the Senators in 1924 and with the Yankees in 1928. So that's Tom Zachary. And here's my back. Yankee friends and Senator friends. You guys are going to tell me who these guys are. I'll have to look it up. Hopefully you can see the picture there. But that's part of the puzzle. I don't know if these guys are all involved in the same puzzle. And I highly doubt it. And my last card from 1935, this one is all Dodgers. First baseman Sam Leslie, shortstop Lonnie Fry, third baseman Joe Strip, and pitcher Watty Clark. Not much to say about these guys, to be perfectly honest with you. You know, they had okay careers, 3 or 4 years with the Dodgers. I've said this in several of my videos, Dodgers were just not a good organization in the 20s and the 30s. And Ship played 5 seasons with Brooklyn. His one claim to fame was he was traded to the Cardinals for Leo DeRocher. Clark, he played parts of 11 seasons with Brooklyn. He won 106 games. And I like this card though, because this one has 4 Dodgers on one card. And then here's the back. You're gonna have to help me again with who this is. I have no clue. But that's a fun set. So my 1935 set is now complete. And I say it's only 3 cards, but then I had a friend who said, no, I see 12 cards that just never got cut up. So that's my 1935 Goudey Dodger team set, which is now complete. All right, my last 2 cards, I'm still working on my 1957 set, and I was able to pick up Whitey Ford over a couple of weeks ago. It's a nice looking card. There's some wrinkles in the upper right, but I thought it was a nice card. And I took this out of my binder to show it to you guys. The card sleeve is from Greg Morris. Whitey Ford, he went 11-5 in 1957. I think he must have been injured that year. He only pitched 24 games in 129 innings. That was one of the years in the late 50s. That was the one time from 1954. From 1954 to 1959, Whitey made the All-Star team with the exception of 1957. So he had a rough year for his career. And then my last card, and let's see, let me move this. I might have to move this. I want to show off my new PSA Slab Holder that I picked up from Jordan. And that, can I get that glare out of this thing? Does that make it any easier? A 1957 Topps Bill Mazeroski and a PSA 4. I know this card is his rookie card, and I know he hit a home run in 1960 to win the World Series, but my God, why are Bill Mazeroski cards so effing expensive? It's so funny that the Whitey Ford I just showed you was cheaper than the Maz. The Ernie Banks card I bought was cheaper than the Maz. So it's just funny that I had to, this guy costs so much, and I don't know if you call him a legend. I mean, I'm sure he was an okay ball player. I still don't know if he belongs in the Hall of Fame, but there it is, though. I'm happy to have it in my collection. So my 1957 Topps collection, I am down to 4 cards. Ted Williams, Willie Mays, Frank Robinson, and Brooks Robinson. And 2 of those guys I just mentioned, I'm still waiting for to arrive in the mail. One of them is from Robert Edwards Auction. The other card is from Mile High Cards. Mile High Card Company. And I gotta be honest with you, I shot them an email today. I sent them a PayPal payment on September 15th. It's now September 29th. And I haven't received anything, not even an email saying, hey, your cards were shipped. Shot them an email today and said, where's my stuff? Where's my card? And they haven't bothered to write me back. So it's my first time dealing with a Mile High Card Company. And so far, I'm a little disappointed. If you've worked with them in the past, let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are, just because, like I said, I'm kind of pissy with these guys right now. All right, you guys, those are my cards for this week. Thanks for listening in. I'll leave this video with some footage from the Long Beach Coin and Card Expo this weekend. By the way, that show is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for those of you that are local. There's no Sunday show. Make sure and head to the PSA table because they're giving out free books, amongst other things. And there's a lot of good vendors there. And I think you guys should support them, especially if you're local. All right, you guys, have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you next week with another video.